And so here we are. I beat Borderlands last night. It was good. It was very good. It was very, very good. I liked it a lot. Congratulations, Gearbox. You guys deserve any amount of nominations you get for this game. Seriously, though. The game did what a good sequel should. It improved on all the issues with the first one and added enough new to be considered a new game. People would say, well, it's a little bit shinier, there's some little new things, but it's otherwise the same game. And you would be right if it weren't for all the dramatic changes within all the little things. Now, in terms of wrapping up the game, you can say that the plot is a very, very strong point of Borderlands 2. I would be very inclined to say that it's not so much one of the best plots ever made, but probably one of the best frameworks for delivering this plot, for giving it its form, for putting the right characters to it. I mean, only with this plot could happen inside the Borderlands universe. That's because of the characters, because of the setting, because of the lore. And I appreciate that. I really do. And the plot did stuff that made me sort of go, oh no, that's bad. They did that to that character? Oh god, that don't feel good. And when a game does that, dude, that's amazing. I loved that. Whenever one of those moments happen, I mean, granted, the plot gets appreciated a lot more if you played the first Borderlands. If you didn't, it's tough to say you'll enjoy it as much. For me, I love the first Borderlands. So immediately, every single little thing that was like, oh, this is from Borderlands 1, this is from Borderlands 1, I was like, yes, yes, perfect, awesome. Another thing that Borderlands 2 has done really well, it's referential. Holy metric Jesus, references out the wazoo. Minecraft references? Yup. Minecraft skins? Yup. Double rainbow? Yup. It's difficult to say what hasn't been referenced that's been sort of a pop culture icon within the past 2 or 3 years. Or from however long ago they were created. But where does this leave Borderlands 2? Do the changes matter? Is it a good game? Is it worth your money? Well, I think that the changes in the weapons really define whether or not Borderlands is really worth your time and your money. Because that's what the game's always been about. Finding new weapons, finding better weapons, finding improved weapons. I'm starting a new game plus soon, last night, and I've already found a gun that's more or less better than a really high level piece of gear I found in my previous playthrough, which is insane to think about. Already I'm finding better gear. It's like the Burning Crusade all over again. But what else? Are the changes to the actual weapons themselves? I would say yes, on the level of how much each manufacturer really has changed. TDR is completely different, more or less, than it was in Borderlands 1. Vladov is very different, especially in the aesthetics. The aesthetic of Borderlands 2 skyrockets past what Borderlands 1 was. And all the little things that made Borderlands 2 good, all the little improvements over Borderlands 1, all the little new things, make it a better game. But can we really say that? Because when we look at it, Borderlands 1 came out at a time where shooters are kind of stuffy. Everything was, the modern military style shooter. Multiplayer progression, the lone gunman, that sort of stuff. And then out of nowhere came this sort of comic book looking comedy, explosive blood and guts and gore and language and humor and Mad Max. all of this crazy stuff combined with this huge RPG world with all these random guns, it just came as revelation. That's what a cool game is. The sleeper hit of 2009, without a doubt. But can we say the same Borderlands 2? Probably not. We've already had Borderlands. This is Borderlands 2 for a reason. It's the second Borderlands. So, for the game to continue to have success, I think the DLCs are going to blow us away, which, considering how much better they got as time went on, I can only assume they are. So I think that the DLCs are going to keep us interested, but also we're going to have to see what might happen when Borderlands 3 happens, if it does. I'm not saying that what happens at the end of the game might hint towards it, but it might hint towards it. And from what I saw at the end of Borderlands 2, if they end up going to that level with it, oh, I can't wait to see how they pull it off. If they do go to the level of what happens at the end of Borderlands 2, then we might have one of the best games ever made on our hands. Gearbox, this game is a triumph. You guys and gals have put years of work into making this amazing piece of art, piece of technology, and piece of entertainment. So those of you out there who are Borderlands fans, do yourselves a favor. Buy this game. To the people who didn't like Borderlands, give it a try. But to the people who are indifferent, the people who maybe never played Borderlands, or the people who've heard about it but don't know what to think about it, find a friend who does. Find a friend who has the game. Go over to their house if they have an Xbox or a PS3 and sit down and do some co-op with them. Give it your honest judgment before you just pass it off. Play it. Do yourself a favor. This game is definitely one of the games I would recommend buying this year. One of the other ones being Mass Effect 3. But I can't stress this enough. You have to look at the merits of a game as its whole. And as a whole package, Borderlands brings it all home. I personally loved it. Did you? Thanks for watching today's episode. I will see you later.